Gotta follow. Hey, appreciate it, brother. All right, you ready? What's up, Lexi? How you doing? All right. We're interviewing Fraxu. Here we go. What's going on, guys? We're interviewing Fraxu. Apparently, he was in NRG. I believe it's some cap or something went wrong, because I believe he f***ed up. All right? We're going to get to the bottom of this. Frax, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. You know, playing Warzone. You know what I'm saying? We're vibing on Warzone. All right. So, how did you get approached by NRG? How did this come about?
So, at the time when this all happened, I'm gonna be straight up and say that when I got signed to NRG, I was pulling like maybe 5 or 10 viewers. Kid you not, 5 or 10 viewers when they approached me.
Pause real quick. Pause real quick. Yo, Lexi with the tier 1 sub. Appreciate it, girl. Thank you very much, cutie. Now, Kekoa, get some hype in the chat for Lexi and Royal Loki. Thank you very much. Okay, go back to your story. So, you said you had 5-6 viewers approached. All right, got it.
I was like I was averaging like between maybe like 0 to 5 viewers at the time. This was last year. Basically, it was around the time of the Fortnite World Cup. And basically, they had a meet and greet. I believe it was 2 days before the World Cup.
Yeah.
I believe it was a Thursday, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
It was June, I think 24th, 25th, one of those days. But basically what had happened was, I had been a big fan of NRG since like I had found out about them. Like I had been following them in like, you know, CS:GO and stuff, because that was like their first major esports and stuff. So, you know, my end goal was always NRG, and you know, I showed them that. So I went to this meet and greet because I heard the management was gonna be there, and obviously the players were gonna be there.
Like Andy Miller, right? Andy Miller.
Andy Miller was there. Brett Lautenbach was there, who's he's another higher up at NRG. Yeah, I basically went to this meet and greet. And you know, I met the players, and then actually Andy came up to me and noticed who I was just through Twitter and stuff. He's like, "Hey, you're Fraxu, right?" I'm like, "Yeah."
That's dope,
What's
bro.
up? We just started talking and stuff. And basically, so I'm over here nervous because I'm over here like, that's Andy Miller. You know, I'm this small content creator at the time, and I'm just like, you know, this is the, you know, what I want to be my end goal. This is the team that I want to be in, you know, before, you know, my career ends, if it ever has an end, you know? And basically what happened was, so they let us hang out inside. They were basically being quick about it because it's a small space. So they were letting people come in, and they were like making them get out in like half an hour.
What was this?
Stay like 2-3. This was at 368 NYC is where they held their meet and greet.
Yeah.
So we were in 368, like the back of 368 though. So it was a much smaller space. We basically were back there, and they were only letting people stand there for like half an hour before security was kicking them out. And Andy was super nice, letting my dad and I just stay there as long as we wanted and just, you know, just hang out there. Basically, my dad told me that he was not gonna let me leave until I spoke to Andy. So basically, we called Andy over, and I told Andy to his face, I was like, "Look, I know that NRG looks for streamers with 500 average viewers and, you know, stuff like that. But I was like, here's where I'm at. I'm at like 5 average viewers right now. You know, NRG's been my dream goal since I started streaming. It's always been the org that I've wanted to be in at least, you know, some point in my career. How could I get involved regardless of my view count?" He was like, "Let me put you in contact with the general manager, and we'll see what we could do." So basically, I got in contact with the general manager.
Did you have an agent at the time?
I did not. I was fully doing it by myself. I don't have an agent now even. Like right now, it's just myself. Me and my dad just do it all. So what do you call it? We basically we hit up the general manager that following Monday, and he had sent me over all their stream overlays, like the stream overlays, stream packages, all of that. He was like, "If you want, start using it, go for it. You have full permission to do so." I think I actually still have the Google Drive for all that. So I started using that stuff. Just started, you know, fully representing them, without, you know, an official contract and without, you know, being a part of the team. Basically about 2-3 months later in October. October. It was October 15th. Well, sorry, it wasn't October 15th. But in the beginning of October, they actually got me into a Skype call, the general manager.
And this is all for Fortnite, or were you a streamer or content creator? So would you join NRG?
It was a streamer. It was streamer.
Got it.
So basically, the general manager got me into a Skype call, and he was like, they were with Grady Rains, if you know who he is.
Yeah.
A bunch of the content.
The funny dude, yeah.
So Grady Rains was there, and the general manager was there, and they got me into the call, and they're just asking me questions. You know, it's just like an
interview.
It's like yeah, exactly. It's basically an interview, and I'm sitting there nervous. My dad's on the phone with me, like listening to me because he was at work at the time, and I'm like, Dad, I need you to be on the phone with me so I don't mess up. My dad sat on the phone with me the whole time, and we just spoke with them. And then at the end of all that, they were like, okay, final question. Would you like to join NRG? And I was like, what do you mean? They're like, we want to offer you a contract, get you signed, offer you a salary, and help you, build your name out there, right? So that all got signed. It was done by October 15th. We signed it, and it was announced November 2nd.
Okay.
So
all right,
I was with NRG for 6 months. Throughout that time, I was streaming for them. I was on a salary with them. I was on a contract with them. And I streamed for them. The place where I think I went wrong, where I didn't get as much promotion as I could have, was part of it was on their end, in my opinion, and another part was on my end as well. The part on my end is I didn't go out of my way to try to get involved with the events they were doing. Because you probably have seen that they run a bunch of events, like their teams and stuff. I never went out of my way to ask to get involved with those. And I'll get back to that later on why it ended.
How old are you again?
I'm 15.
Okay.
What do you call it? So I didn't go out of my way to get myself involved with stuff, but also I also felt like I wasn't getting much promotion. Because my announcement was done on their second Twitter. It wasn't done on the main Twitter. It was done on the second Twitter, the NRG update Twitter.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I thought that was a fan account. I didn't.
No, it's an NRG owned Twitter, but that's where my announcement was made, which annoyed me a little bit, if I'm being completely honest. But I didn't let it bother me because I knew at the end of the day, I'm representing a tier 1 organization with my size. That's already a crazy opportunity right there, so I didn't really mind it. There was promotion maybe 3 or 4 times in my total 6 months, on NRG's behalf. Besides that, I was doing my own thing. I was streaming underneath them, and I was just, trying to build my name up there.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't getting that. So, it was about to be 6 months, where I had almost just hit 6 months, and I basically messaged Andy. I was like, hey, Andy, look, I'm super thankful for the opportunity that you've given me, because no content creator my size before has had an opportunity.
Wait, this was a 6-month contract? That's it?
No. It was a year long. Okay. Let me explain why. This is why I'm gonna explain why it ended early now.
Okay.
Basically, so it was about to be my 6 months, and I basically went to Andy, and I was like, Andy, look, I'm super thankful for this opportunity. Energy didn't have to do this, and it was fully out of their kindness and stuff. And I'm super grateful for it regardless. But I was like, look, I want to get more involved with the events because they were hosting a bunch of events. They had all their teams they had all their teams playing like Warzone and stuff, and like a bunch of other games.
Yeah.
I was like, look, I want to get involved with that stuff. And it was just like a whole paragraph I just wrote. And I was like, look, I just want to get more involved, pretty much. Just with all the other members and stuff. Because that's what I felt like I was missing from, helping get my name out there. Like, I was on the Twitch team for that. I was on NRG's Twitch team. I actually just got removed, I believe, last week for it. I was on NRG's Twitch team, but I wasn't doing any events with them. I wasn't getting any promotion. It was stuff like that. So I messaged Andy, and I was like, look, it's been 6 months, and, I haven't done anything with the team, and, I feel like I'm not doing anything for the team, I wanted to be involved. I wanted to do something. Because I just felt like I was streaming on my own. So after I hit him up, he was just like, this was just when Corona was just starting, so everything was basically just shutting down, and basically their full focus at the time was their, obviously their bigger players, because, they didn't know what was going to happen with Corona and stuff. They didn't know if they were losing money or not, So he basically just told me that for the time being, he thought it would be best to call my contract an end once I hit my 6 months, and go our separate ways, but also saying that there would be an opportunity possibly in the future if, they chose to do so.
So it ended right there at the 6 months? It was just like...
Yeah, it ended right on the 6 months.
Like, who pulled out?
It was supposed to be a full year, though. They decided to pull out, because they said that they were using all their assets to promote their, larger creators and their, their larger teams and stuff like that.
So, what I hear is... Wait, so, okay, let me get this straight.
For them, it didn't make much of a return. It wouldn't make them a return.
No. So, on their contract part, that's where you need the agent. This is a huge tip, actually, to everyone out here. You have the agent to lock you in where the org can't pull out, only the player can. That's why Carter Pulse, I love you guys. You guys are the goated. You guys are animals for that.
Carter Pulse is amazing.
So, that's why. They'll help you out secure that. You didn't have an agent, so that's it would have helped you
Oh
out
yeah,
right there.
at the time, it was my dad's and I first experience with it because obviously we didn't expect any of this to happen. You know, this was just we went to that event thinking nothing would come of it, and you know, I'd just get some connections out of it, and it turned into a full contract, and that's the last thing we expected. You know, so when that all happened, the last thing that we were thinking in our head was an agent. You know, and I can't really talk about the logistics of the contract,
Of course.
but they knew that I didn't know what I was doing with contracts and stuff, so they made it like super simple for us. Like, it was super simple. They were straightforward with us. They were super helpful with, like, you know, going over stuff with us. And overall, it was great, you know. I just really wish that, you know, my time would have continued with them to the full extent, and that I would have, you know, gotten myself more involved with the team.
Got it. Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like mostly your fault. Like, you should have created content.
Yeah. I mean, look, I was creating my content. I was doing my own thing. The only thing was, you know, I never.
On what? All platforms.
What, like, no, I was like, oh, I was streaming. I was posting on YouTube. I was doing all of that.
Really? What's your YouTube?
Yeah, I was doing all that. My YouTube, it's just Fraxo. I'm very inconsistent with it now. And I got very inconsistent with it, but.
Wait, how do you spell it?
VRAXOOO.
I can't even find it.
You can. I can link you it if you
9
would like.
subscribers, 1 viewer?
No.
Which one is that? Link it.
That is not it. Hold on.
It's not linked to your Twitter or anything.
It's not linked to my Twitter. Thought I had it in my bio. Hello?
You have your Twitch in your bio?
I'm gonna have to switch that then. There, I just linked you in DMs.
I was gonna say, I can send it.
I got it. Okay. So.
Actually, I think this is a vlog. Yeah, I vlogged actually the whole event. From a year ago.
Wait, so all these YouTube videos, and you didn't post one YouTube video about NRG?
I did my org announcement video. I did an org announcement video.
Oh, you should have said
that's
NRG
2K views.
Org announcement.
Oh, no, I had it as that, and then I don't know why I switched it, because I believe somebody had told me to switch it. I forget what the reasoning behind me switching it was, but originally I had just left. I had it as joined at NRG, and then I had like a bracket, and I just made it say org announcement after that. But somebody told me to take out the join, and I forget what reasoning it was, and I took it out.
Should have just kept it.
I know. And that's my most viewed video on my channel. Yeah, but 90% of the comments are people saying it's either fake or people saying that they're happy for me.
Why? How come you never told your story?
What do you mean?
On a YouTube video.
Like about like NRG and everything?
Yeah.
I've highly considered it.
Why not?
The only reason I haven't is because I really don't like that ending where it was cut short. You
know
what I mean?
Why not? It's your truth. It's your honest truth, and it's a story that everyone should know. Because I have, looking at your YouTube, I have no idea that you're a part of NRG. It looks like you were just a fan just by the merch you're wearing.
Yeah. Okay. I get what you mean.
Because at the point, it just looks like you're just trying to grind for NRG at this point, and it's just like, brother, I'm like, what? Like, honestly. Like,
yeah, I get what you mean.
Why weren't you pumping out content when you joined NRG?
Because you see, so basically, okay, here's the funny story. So here's the part that I didn't mention. When NRG had approached me and when I went to this meetup, my hardware at the time was an i3 laptop with 8 gigs of RAM that could barely stream.
Damn.
Yeah. I was basically, to play the games, I was using GeForce Now, and I was literally bottlenecking my CPU, where at the whole stream was like, it was 100% CPU the whole stream. But I made it work.
Okay, for streaming, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't wind up getting a PC till after I signed with NRG.
So, but then you didn't create content like YouTube, like grind it out?
You see, at the time I was so in this mindset of like, I just want to push out streams because I felt like I was getting no attention to my YouTube from NRG. You know what I mean? So I felt like at the time, since I wasn't getting that promotion, to my social channel, I just felt like it was pointless for me to invest time into it, which was, now thinking back on it, was a stupid idea that I had. And I wish I would have invested a lot more time into it. But at the time I was like, you know what? It's not getting promoted. It's not doing the way that I want it to go. And it's like, it was just stupid. You know, at the time I wasn't thinking straight.
Naive and all that, yeah. Yeah, your IG, nothing. Oh, wait, I see one picture. Wait, let's see. Let's show the stream. Here we go. Let's pull up his IG. Joined NRG. Ooh.
Oh yeah, it's on. Yeah.
Yo, why is that such a low tier photo?
That photo. I have no clue. It was like edited.
Oh man. All that time. Join NRG. Man, so okay, from going through that, what have you learned?
For me, I know I learned first of all that whenever I get contract presented, I need to have a secondhand look at it through like,
an agent, yeah.
Personally, I would say like Carter Pulse,
Yeah.
Yeah. Firsthand, I know that's definitely the next idea for me. Also, I've also learned that regardless of what's going on with my team, whether I'm getting promoted or not, I need to be pushing out content because my biggest mistake was not pushing out content to other platforms when I was signed at the time.
Yep.
Like I was not pushing out content on other platforms. Like it was Twitch and Twitch only, and maybe your occasional Instagram post. That was it for me, and maybe your monthly YouTube post. You know, like I'm on a very bad schedule, and I've been trying to work my way back into like getting active on all social platforms. Like I've been working on posting on TikTok daily. I've been working on posting on Instagram daily. And I'm trying to get myself on a schedule so I start getting YouTube's up, 1 to 2 times a week minimum. My biggest thing that I've learned from that though is first of all, when it comes to contract, obviously get an agent, and also, I just have to keep pushing myself.
And that's why you signed with Carter Pulse, right, Dan? You're the man. Sorry, I just had to plug that. We love you, Dan.
Dude, I would love to work with Carter Pulse. The only thing is my dad is completely against the idea.
Why?
Because basically the way that my dad sees it, I've tried to explain to him that they're going to be our legal consultants, and they're going to help us with get the good deals and make sure we don't get in a crappy deal and stuff. And he was like, okay, so what do they take from you? I'm like, well, we don't pay them monthly, which most agencies will make you do. They'll get some sort of base pay regardless. And I was like, look, Carter Pulse, I was like, Carter Pulse only takes a percentage. And I explained that to him, and he was like, yeah, but why have them take that percentage out when you could be getting the full percentage?
Because is your dad a lawyer?
My dad's not a lawyer. And I was like,
that's exactly why then. Does your dad have the connections in esports?
Nope, Carter Pulse does.
Yes, exactly. There's no reason why you shouldn't.
Dude, I've literally been pushing on him for so long.
The problem is you're 15, so you can't really make decisions on your own, so you're screwed there.
I know, that's the problem as well. I have if I want to do it, I have to get his approval anyway. So that's been the hardest part for me, because I would love to work with Carter Pulse, and I've been keeping like direct contact with them as as often as I can. But like my dad's just against the idea of
Of it. I mean, have you listened to the conversation? Like, have you talked about him? Like,
what happened? What do you mean?
Like, have you been like, because like if anything, I mean, what is your content about? Like, what are you trying to do from here on out? Oh, you made it to the finals round of Gamers Got Talent?
I did.
You didn't have the clout to get voted up?
Well, actually, I think I would have made it. The only thing was, I think it was because I'm under 18. G Fuel doesn't want to sponsor people under the age of 18.
Yeah, because the products say.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that, I probably would have had it.
All right, that makes sense. Okay. Let's see.
And I know that for a fact because they when they just announced the new season of Gamers Got Talent, they made it 18 plus.
Got it. Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. So you just learned that like you just got to pump out content. You should have been more about the grind.
Yeah, I should have been. I was so focused on just like stream, and I was trying to do like 6 hours, 12 hours, like every single day, and that's hurt me so much in the long run. And right now what I've been trying to do is do shorter streams, but make sure that from those shorter streams, I turn that into content that can be pushed out into other platforms such as YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, etc.
There you go. That's how you do it. Yep. Okay. So okay, now that you learned that, now that you learned that, what are you doing now to further yourself into whatever your position is, whatever you want to do?
So I would love to take, content creation full time. I think that's a majority of people's dreams, when they step into content creation. Right now, I know my main focus is, for me at least, first of all, I need to work on my YouTube. Like, that's such a bad thing that I need to work on. my consistency on YouTube is terrible. Like I'll post once and then I may not post again for another month or 2 months or 3 months. Like
Yeah.
it's so bad, and I hate that.
Kekoa just
Like
killed
I
me.
never just
Yo,
I
nice
just
to
never
follow, bro.
want to take
Appreciate
the
it.
time to edit, and that's a bad thing that I hate like about myself, because I just wish that I could just sit and just like I have the motivation to do so, and I just want to sit there and go like I'm gonna edit this. Like I have a bunch of videos that I've edited, but I just never like I just told myself that it wasn't good enough. You know what I mean? Like I'm too afraid to push out content that I'm not.
Why are
with.
you afraid? Just pump it out.
Because I've always like set this standard of myself, and I'm always like I always want to push my standards higher. So if I feel like I make something and it's not it's not better than the last thing that I made, I feel like that I failed myself, and I'm just gonna push out content that I didn't really put time into and really work on.
I mean, your content is very I'm looking at it, is very selfish. Does that make sense? Your content is selfish.
Could you elaborate on that for a second?
Your content is selfish in the way of what can the viewer learn? Especially when a lot of people, when they're starting out, they're selfish, and you don't have the big brand to pop off to like make a random vlog about your day. Like that's what I learned, and that's why I switched up my whole content idea is just switched, because I know I'm the smallest member of XSET, and I need to more focus on edutainment, education plus entertainment. You got to be less selfish and be more about giving. Give value. Like I'm looking at it right now, like, yeah, you have the clickbait titles, yada yada yada, but it's like more like, what can you bring to the table? And that's why I ask you, how come you didn't post the NRG announcement and all that?
Okay, I got you. I get what you're saying.
It's not because, like, if you think about look at TikTok, it's not about the quality, it's about the value you bring, whether it's a quick laughter or it's just like a quick meme. Like you see the shittiest videos of quality that just pop off.
Yeah.
And that's how sometimes it is on YouTube. So I think a big tip like that I offered you is just like give on value, focus on more on value than quality. And because value is your quality, pretty much. If you can keep the retention of people's attention span on your video, that's the key part. And you do that by teaching.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's my tip to you. I mean, like you know what you know, and like you just gotta know what you gotta do now. Do you? Like,
oh, yeah, of course. And I appreciate I appreciate you telling me all this as well, because it's I'm obviously gonna work on it.
And actually, that's what I focus my content around, is because I wish I had someone to talk to me. Like, instead of, for me, I had to search through all different sources. Like, I went through everything. Like, everything. Literally everything. I went through, like, business books, entrepreneur books, podcasts, everything. I just switched up my mindset and just said, all right, it helped me a lot. Like, I'm about to drop a video about, like, people who helped me out. Like, you guys should all follow them, whatnot, listen to it, like, learn. You want to keep on learning. You want to be hungry. Like, it seemed like as you weren't hungry enough, you got complacent when you joined NRG. You felt like you did it. Like for me, when I joined Exit, I know I have a huge opportunity, and I always told myself, like, when I have this huge opportunity, I'm not gonna waste it, and I'm gonna go all in and all out. And that's why I'm like focusing on talking with everybody in Exit. Like, I want to be communicating, especially like you, Vrax. Like, I want to talk to everyone in Exit.
Yeah, of course.
Communicate the community. Were you doing that in NRG?
With NRG, I was involved with the community. But I was never involved with the members, because a lot of the members, they're a lot larger.
Doesn't matter. Why don't you reach out? Were you scared to reach out?
Well, no, it's not that. A lot of them have their DMs closed. A lot of them never followed me. So I don't have that connection. I don't have that way in.
But no. It's not about that.
When I even went out to management to try to, make those connections and see if I can, get in contact with somebody, I couldn't.
I mean, not that. You should have done... So, within the community of NRG, like the members, the fans and all that, you should have communicated, yo, vouch for me so I can get in contact, whatever, yada, 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 and they would have seen that. I mean, that's one way you could have done it right there.
I mean, it's happened. I've done that. It was actually with Symphony once, because I had met him at the meet and greet, and it was at the time when he was still playing Fortnite and not on Warzone. I tried that. The only thing was, what I noticed is a lot of the members in NRG didn't take me serious because of my numbers.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't take you serious either, but looking at the grind, there was no hustle there. You just streamed. You didn't go all out on everything else. So, I mean,
of course.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, how much responsibility are you taking about the situation? Because it's
That
not,
was
it's not,
NRG
it's not,
was
it's
kicking
not,
them.
it's not NRG's fault at all.
No, I know.
I meant earlier you said it is partially NRG's fault. You know that, right? You said that.
I said that because when they originally brought me in, the whole idea of them bringing me in was to help give me a platform and a space to expand my.
And no,
my
but they did.
Sorry.
They did. By letting you use the NRG brand, they did do that. They did give you that platform. You just expected too much out of them. You got to take control of what you got in your hands and go all out. Like at the end of the day, it's like accountability. Be like, for me, I know if I fail, I'm gonna go all out. Though I'm gonna use all my connections. I'm gonna exhaust all my resources available to improve here. And if I fail, at least I know I went 110%. Do you believe that NRG? Did you go 110%?
No, I did not.
Okay, exactly. From here on out, just know that you need to grind. You're 15, bro. You're fine.
Yeah.
Like you have a lot to go. You got a lot to do. I mean, you got this, bro. All right. I'm gonna go play Warzone with the boys. It was fun, nice talking. It was cool to hear it. I think I would like to see an NRG video out of you. Did you hear that about your story? You should share it because it would help out a lot of young players, especially people around your age, 15, that got this. All right. So I would suggest working on that video. I mean.
Okay.
And yeah, Vrax, I'm gonna catch you later. I was enjoying it. I appreciate you coming in and opening up the story, dude. Yeah, what would you didn't need to have to hide anything. The only thing you hide is the logistics of the contract, and no one really cares about that.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah.